Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got another game from the IPL5 Korean qualifiers. It is a top level game. This is game 1 of course, and it is between StarTalesBomber, who is the blue Terran player in the top right, and FXOChoya, who is of course the red Protoss player. Choya is well known for playing here for FXO. He's been in lots of big competitions, MLGs, that sort of thing. Bomber, he's well known. He doesn't need any introduction at all to anyone who's ever really remotely watched StarCraft. So everyone is fully aware of who these two players are. What can we expect from them? Choya, well, we are most likely going to see something like a one gate expand. It's the most safe thing to do. He's then going to probably pump gateway units. There are a couple of different options. Obviously, he could go for DTs, he could go for air. There's various things he can do. Obviously, Bomber, he's got different options. Well, we'll probably see a 1 Rax command center, I would imagine. Neither player can really rush out expansions, but obviously the one base play is always the option. It's something which in TvP, one basing is really quite common. You can go for a 1-1-1 build. Obviously it's the Terran. There's a variety of different things. A proxy 2 Rax is possible. There's really nothing which is off the cards, but his ultimate aim is to get Marines Marauders with Stim out and then into Medevacs, because Stimmed Marines and Marauders absolutely wreck gateway units. That will then force Choya to basically do something with that kind of mass unit, which is either go for Colossus for the splash or High Templar for the splash damage. Whichever way that goes, basically Bomber has to pick the other, which is to go either Vikings, deal with the Colossus, or Ghost to deal with the High Templar. So that's the rough kind of game plan set out for these two players. That's really the two main routes they can take if they don't do anything funky early on, but a part of me hopes they do something funky. It would be awesome, just because it's game 1 of this best of 3, and to be honest, against these two, I reckon this is going to go a full 3 games, to be honest. I reckon it'll go 1-1, and then it'll be all to play for in the 3rd game. That's my prediction. And well, so far we do just have that Gateway Cyber Core down, both gas down. Now that is actually quite telling, that there's only 2 harvesters in each gas, a 3rd one being added in now. That basically suggests there's going to be a lot of tech play very early on. I mean, you can see already this gas getting very, very high very quickly. Meanwhile, we will have a 1 Rax command center opening from Bomber right now. And Bomber, this will pay off incredibly well for him, as long as you can hold off whatever tech we're going to see Choya throw at him. Choya has to basically deal significant damage, otherwise he's going to be too far behind economically. Obviously with already 200 gas, we've got a Stalker coming out first, we've got that Warp Gate tech as well, so I'm really interested to see what is going to come out here, because there's no sign of any other tech quite yet. It wasn't for a Sentry, so yeah, time will tell. We should see some key tech structures coming down any minute, because obviously there's just so much gas built up right now. Currently just still pumping out those Stalkers, a Sentry following this up, so it's going to be Stalker Sentry, and that's still not enough to basically pump it out, and actually Choya supply blocked momentarily. That is less than perfect. The 2 barracks being added on after Bomber's command center, taking up to 3 racks, that's very common. The first gas being taken as well now, and here we go, we will see a robotics facility down hidden. So this is a proxy rowboat. We may actually see a warp prism out of this, just to get a super early warp in. We may see an immortal come out. There's a variety of things that can be done, and I'm just really excited to see what Choya chooses to do, and if Bomber is able to hold it. That supply depot getting taken out, it is a neutral supply depot, because of course cross spawns are forced here. I think on this map cross spawns are forced, but we'll wait. Not really sure how to check that out, but at some point I will if I remember and put it in the description, but no promises on that. We do have a tech cloud coming down on 1 barracks, that's basically for Stim and also to start the Marauder production. That robotics facility has just finished, so a robotics bay as well, proxy build. So this is going to be a super fast Colossi build, and with these extra sentries for defense, obviously there's no way for Bomber to get in to know what's happening. He will have to use a scan if he wants to know, and essentially if Bomber doesn't really prepare very well for this by getting a lot of Marauders, just a couple of Colossi could be absolutely devastating. The Watchtower being held by Choya at the moment as well. We've also got another gateway coming in, that's the additional 2, so this is going to be 4 gay robo. This is going to be really hard to support off of just 1 base, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to see Choya go for this. Obviously 4 gate off one base is pretty much the most you can do. It was delayed. It was a delayed 4 game, so we will see complete oversaturation of the minerals here. So it is the maximum in terms of the income you can get off one base. That Colossi is now coming down, so almost certainly just gonna drop down a pylon there. The Colossi can walk very, very quickly across this area. Can't actually step up into the main, we'll have to come through, but again, I am really looking forward to seeing how Bomber tries to deal with this. Of course, he has no idea this is coming down at all. Even extended thermal lance is coming down, so that range upgrade going to be deadly important. But Bomber, he's moving across the map now with quite a few Marines. He's getting a third bunker up because I believe he dropped off a scan. If it's like, no, he's got no scan. He has absolutely no information at all. So this third bunker is really defensive play, but of course they can be salvaged. So that's the right thing to do. We've also got the missile turret there. DT is always a threat. This factory about to finish. That's almost certainly going to be just for the starport and powering add-ons. So tech labs or reactors for basically any racks or starports that are later built. And Choya, he's got his first Colossi out, getting a second Colossi, so this is going to be a really weird timing it's going to hit at. We've got that forward pylon at a third base position, but still, when that extended thermal lance hits and the second Colossus pops, we'll probably see all of these units move out, because of course no attempt at a base yet at all, and we do have this SCV moving across, and if that gets in and sees that there's no expansion, well, that's not going to be fun. But this Stalker will be able to see it. Will it be able to take out that SCV before it gets up and sees there isn't an expansion? That's going to be absolutely critical, and it does. That is probably going to help absolutely massively. It did not get enough scouting information to know if anything was there, but of course there was a hint because nothing came more forward. The two Colossi are moving across, and essentially if Bomber holds this, he is going to win the game very, very convincingly. If you look, it is 46 to 28 workers right now when you take mules into account, and well, let's just look at the income. Absolutely sick, almost 1,000 minerals a minute more for Bomber right now. But if he loses this engagement, he's flat out. These two Colossi are able to attack the bunkers very, very effectively. The Marines can try and move forward, but they need to be very, very careful. The SCVs are being pulled to try and defend this and repair up those bunkers, and the Colossi do just have to be very careful. But of course, all while these units move forward, bring them into range of the Stalkers, and that would not be fun in the slightest. So many SCVs are being pulled back here, but the SCVs now getting targeted down. So many die ever so quickly. Some good force with preventing more repair going off, and with no medevacs, these Colossi are able to do so much damage so quickly. And now we've just got Choya going for the complete engagement. More force with going to prevent the repairs going down, and these two Colossi being microed incredibly well. Bomber is having huge problems trying to defend this. He's only got that one bunker remaining. Once that bunker's down, he's got major issues, but two Vikings come out, and that could save him if he can get some good hits off and keep them up against these Colossi, because of course Vikings just deal so much damage. One Colossi shield is already down, but they does not want to lose any of those Vikings. Two more Vikings are in production, one falls, and that's where the problem's going to start coming. And it does actually look like Bomber is going to hold this for the moment. It is getting very, very close though, but with only two Colossi there, one Colossi falls, that is huge. And well, with that bunker still up and the fact that Bomber's still pumping units, he's in a great spot right now. And I do not see how Choya is even going to go for this. Those Vikings are moving forward, trying to get a few volleys off. One Viking goes down. There's another Viking sitting back, and there's the GG from Choya. So game 1 goes to Bomber. Tune in to the next video for game 2 if you need to find it. Look on my channel. Subscribe would be awesome. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in a second for game 2.